Okay. Welcome to the Cold Hard Facts Podcast. I am DNA, the only one, the one and only, of course, back again, once again. And I got a very special guest, Violet.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm happy to
Yes,
be here.
I've been good. I've been really good.
Good.
Um, I think I did not record enough for you at that show. Like, that's how good you are to me, at
I
least.
appreciate that.
Yeah, like,
I appreciate that.
I feel like your voice demands to be heard, so like, cause you got those high notes, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not too
thank
many
you.
like you.
I
Like,
appreciate that. That means a lot.
so, I got a couple questions. We're gonna, of course, talk about phases too. But first, let's get the you. How did you get your start in music?
So I've been singing my whole life. Like I know a lot of people say that, but I genuinely have. I used to be singing like Bob Marley in preschool and like little cute stuff like that. But it wasn't really taken seriously until I was about 11. I joined the Chicago Children's Choir, their High Park branch for like the younger people, and that's kind of where I learned about choral singing, how to sing with other people in an ensemble, how to read music, and just learning more about my voice. And then when I was, I think like 14, I went ahead and moved to the concert choir, which they changed their name now, but it turned into United Voices of Chicago. And from there, it was more intense. Like I got my voice part, I learned how to sing soprano 1, which is like super high. Still was like drilling music theory and sight reading and all of that, and then just learning more about music as a whole. So that's kind of like my path and my training up to this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you know that your, I guess, calling was R&B?
How did I know my calling was R&B? Honestly, like I didn't. I think more so when I was singing. I went to Hampton. I was singing in the Hampton's choir, but like for a time when I came back from school, I wasn't singing for like a couple of years. So I think every time that I would like try and run from music, I was always brought back to it. So like Nico, I know we'll talk about him. Me and him connected, and I started learning sounds through him about like what felt right for me. We also went to Hampton together, so like when we were in school in Virginia, we would be working on music and working on sound together as he was like growing his brand as a producer, and I was finding my voice as a solo artist. So from there, I started learning, okay, I like R&B, maybe it's more alternative R&B, and I would listen to my faves like a Victoria Monet, a Ari Lennox, and compare sounds with Jill Scott, which is not fully R&B as we know, but kind of finding my niche, and that's kind of how I describe what my sound is, and that's how I sort of just took it and ran with it.
Oh, that's dope. That's good. So, how did you meet Nico?
That's crazy. So Nico and I literally have been like orbiting each other like since high school. So I went to Kenwood, he went to Kenwood. We never crossed paths. He was like maybe 2 years older than me. But you know, he's like really tall. Like if he's in a room, like you will not miss him. He's like tall, light skinned. So when I went to Hampton, you know, I was saying he went to school for audio engineering and production. So they were required to take the concert choir. And so I also loved singing. And so that's how I ended up taking the concert choir or like the university choir. So one day in rehearsal, I saw him and I was like, hey, like, did you go to Kenwood? Mind you, we're in Virginia. So it's like, you know, if I'm saying that, like, clearly there's a connection. I was like, did you go to Kenwood? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I went to Kenwood. And I was telling him, like, you know, I was younger, but I remembered him. So, yeah, at that time, that was like maybe 2019. I want to say my, like, end of my freshman year. And from there, he was like, well, yeah, like I'm into music and this is what I'm building. And so I also was, like I said, building my sound. So like, yeah, I would say we really hit it off in like 2019 in college. And then we came back to, Chicago and navigating life post grad. But music, I think, has always been like a constant for both of us.
Oh, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Okay. Let's talk about phases.
Yes, let's talk about it.
I don't know how to like. You got a project that like, I'm kind of sad that I fell onto it late, but I'm also glad I found it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So talk about Drink Up.
Ooh. So Drink Up, it's really a song about trying to encourage somebody to regulate their own nervous system. So the whole project like came off of a breakup that happened, and it was so chaotic, like navigating my feelings, his feelings, what happened, like it was a mess. But something that I found for myself was like, and this is just me across the board, I always know how to hold space for other people when they're going through whatever emotions there are, but it's easy for people to get selfish in that. So Drink Up was basically me encouraging this person to take some time to reflect on their own feelings instead of expecting me to carry that weight for them, because that love is not reciprocated. So Drink Up is also a metaphor for like sip your water, sip your wine, drink your tea, whatever you need to do to calm down and not lean on me emotionally for your problems and your healing. Like I'm encouraging you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. That is my favorite song though.
I appreciate that. I don't get that's a favorite a lot. So.
Higher.
Yeah.
Talk about
Higher. So Higher is the part of the project that is kind of me talking my shit about how someone made me feel. And it's also metaphorical. Like not every single song on there is exactly verbatim what happened, but it's still a real emotion of somebody playing with you, somebody playing with your purpose, somebody thinking that you're someone to play with and you're not. And so the chorus of saying like lift myself up higher, higher is like coming back to who I know I am at the end of the day. Like don't nobody run me but me. So Higher, yeah, that's one of those tracks too. I think it ebbs and flows. Like it's very chill. It starts out very chill. It has a nice sample rolling in the back. But then as you know, like when it gets to the middle, I'm going in. And I'm saying like what I'm tired of, what I'm not tolerating anymore, and big up in myself. People like Higher a lot too, which is cool.
Yeah. So, just stepping away from the project 1 second.
Yeah.
Why did you name yourself Violet? Is that your real name?
No.
Okay.
It's not my real name.
Okay.
But so I actually came up with that name in college when I was, going back to kind of figuring out I'm doing all this choral ensemble singing, but who am I as an artist? So I'm someone that I would say I have a lot of layers, but I love color theory. I love colors. I feel like colors often have meanings. And so I've always been interested in like a purple, a maroon, burgundy, those family of colors. Violet is just a cool ass name, but when I did research on like its different meanings, like you talk about ultraviolet and how it appears to the eye, and it's something along the lines of like you can't always see it with the human eye, but it's there and it's very powerful. And I feel like that's an energy that I possess. Then it also talks about the balance between it being connected to a spiritual energy, but also a creative energy. So it kind of like hit on a lot of different ways that I would describe myself as a person. I'm very spiritual, I'm very creative. And these are nuances that coexist together. So I thought it was like the perfect name.
Okay, so you brought up something that I'm interested more into what you're talking about, color theory. Can you explain exactly what color theory is?
Well, it's kind of, in short, it's kind of exploring how colors interact, right? Like thinking about the color wheel, how different colors complement each other, how they, don't contrast, and what they kind of bring out
Right.
with different backgrounds. And then if you go deeper, you can also think about like it's used in film, it's used in if you want to evoke certain emotions or tell certain stories, like it all connects to that. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope. Yeah.
Okay. Why the title Phases for that project?
Because I think that I was going through phases of grief and growth at the same damn time. And if anybody knows anything about grieving something, whether it's a person, whether it's a opportunity, and then also growing, it's confusing as fuck. Like you literally go through so many different chapters and so many different feelings. So I called it phases because that's kind of what I was in the middle of. Because it wasn't just heartbreak, but it was also like stepping into this new version of myself and the waves that come with that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let Go. Talk about that song.
Oh, Let Go is my favorite. So I'm very open about like different things that I go through, obviously. But Let Go is kind of, it was a space I was in of like, I low-key love being single. Like I loved it at that point. And when I was in like serious relationships, there were really strong ideas about how to show up, who you needed to be, and what this relationship is gonna be. And it was very much like based in, it felt kind of performative. So to be in like a space where I can finally let go and I can see who I wanna see. And if it's working, it's working. If it's not working, it's not working. I was kind of dealing with this internal battle of feeling like I needed to have it all figured out and like things all had to look a certain way. But it's like, girl, no, you're young and turned. Like, hello, like have fun and make the most of it. And, if you find love, you find love. And if you don't, you don't. But like, just have fun.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Nico, this is my least favorite beat, Coolin'.
Really?
It's my least favorite.
Ooh.
I know, but it's specifically the guitar.
Really?
Like,
what about it?
It's the whole lead up, and it's throughout the whole beat.
Okay, like because it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like
I can see that.
That's the only issue I have with it. But other than that, the song is great.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, do you think lyrically or like?
No, it wasn't. It's just lyrically.
It's just the
guitar.
The
yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's an interesting take. I'll take it.
Yeah, I would not like me personally. I wouldn't do that if I was producing that type of beat.
Okay.
Me personally.
That's interesting. It's always good though to hear different people's feedback because something I've been realizing is that everybody's ear is a little different, but some people's ears gravitate toward the same thing. Like Coolin' was the first song on the project I released, and I think it got a lot of attention. And like of the two most favorites that I hear are like Higher and Coolin'. But I always think it's interesting, and I pay attention when people are like, I don't really know, because to me, I feel like that means your ear is a little different, which is a good thing. Yeah. All right.
Let's talk about that.
Coolin'. Coolin' it's really self-explanatory of just being like, I'm kind of done explaining. Drink Up starts off with feeling like you gotta explain everything, you gotta compensate for a man's feelings. Ooh, like that's a lot of work. But Coolin' is more of just being like, look, hey, I'm good off you, I'm good off it. Think what you want to think, move how you want to move. Like, it literally says, I'm not going to prove shit to you. Can I say something about this song? This is so crazy. When I dropped this song, we had like homecoming after, and it had like just come out, and people were like really fucking with it. And I had ran into my ex again, and he said like, he was like mad. He was mad that I had put this song out. And I was like, first of all, not you listening. Okay, get the strings up. But then he was also like, I don't know. I just feel away because, you get to tell your story and you get to tell your side of the story and I don't get to tell mine. And I was like, this is exactly why we're here. Like, it's not about you. Like, that was crazy. So that's like something I always think about, because I think that for me was how I felt. And it was nice to be able to like say how I felt in song. And it's a song that I've gotten good feedback on. So that was interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we gotta get a little bit messy, but not super messy.
Okay.
What do you feel like audiences, period, not your audience, but everybody's audience, how do you feel like about women R&B and male R&B? Do you feel like which one you feel like is better?
Wow, that's a really good question.
You want to hit me first?
Yeah.
I think women R&B is better.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's talk about it. I think women R&B is conventionally better. I also think there's not enough male R&B happening right now. Like Leon is carrying, you know? Destin, Conrad. Now I will say, you know, but it's like, if you really listening, I feel like it's like both. Men aren't yearning anymore. They're not doing that as much. Chris Brown, he did start to kind of come back a little bit and put out some, but I think there are like, if you were to count like more women, there are more women that are just like kind of eating down in that category. But then you also have some strong guys too. You just need more of that, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a good question though.
Yeah, like I'm just like, I gotta know like everybody's perspective, because everybody's perspective is different.
Yeah.
One More Night.
Oh, that's a yearning song for sure. One More Night, it's giving more of like an interlude, but it's kind of just like calling your sneaky link. Like, hey, I want to see you one more night. I want to have a good time, you know, and if
y'all make the best.
Yes.
Women make the best sneaky link songs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just have a good time.
For sure.
It's short though. I would love to like extend it, but I don't know.
So, hey, I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Easy with Casino Trail.
Yeah, shout out to Casino Trail. Easy. I think that's probably one of my favorite tracks too, just because in my head it was supposed to be more of like a reconciliation of like, you know, it don't gotta be beef. If you wanna talk, we can have a conversation and see where it goes. Like I said, the project is a mix of like real life things, but also just like storytelling. So this wasn't reflective of anything that really was in my life, but I think it was kind of on some like Issa Rae and Insecure shit with like Lawrence. It's kind of like, you know, we can keep the door open and see where a conversation takes us. But I think for me, what I like the most about Easy is the storytelling in it. It's very simple. It's very like saying it as it is. Pizza in the kitchen, picture in the freezer. You know, we can just catch a vibe and see. Making this song was so interesting because originally, and Trell felt the way about this, but originally like it was gonna be one of my other homies that was on the verse, but it didn't work out.
Right.
And so I had asked Nico, I was like, do you know anyone who like actually whose voice would sound good on this, who can kind of match my energy on it? And then he got Trell and was like, yeah. And I wasn't even there when he recorded his verse. And so I came back in the studio when it was done, and it was great. Like, it was just like, okay, he took it a whole nother direction than I thought. Like, the first person who was gonna be on it was like on some yearning stuff, but I don't know. And then when Trell got on it, it was like, he was just kind of like claiming his territory, like, okay, this is what it is. And I was like, all right, I fuck with it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Casino Trail.
Shout out to Casino Trail.
What else I got for you? Oh, favorite R&B singer right now, not yourself.
Ooh, T. Favorite R&B singer right now?
If you want to name multiple, you can.
I'm gonna give multiple. So I always will love Victoria Monet. Huge inspo there. Christina Aguilera, I'm sorry, this is new. She was singing at the Obama Center grand opening. I respect her voice and her vocals so much, but her, Jill Scott, K1, I think, is up there for me now too. Sasha Keeble, is it Keeble or Kimball?
I might be Keeble.
I feel like I'm blanking, but yeah, dope as hell. I just have so many that I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Singers you want to collab with?
Any singer I want to collab with.
In the city.
In the city. Okay, yes. Well, I love my girls, Love More and K Marie. Shout out to them. We've collabed on like light things here and there, but like an actual song would be cool.
Yeah.
There's so many dope artists in the city.
Absolutely,
it's like
it is.
It's overwhelming, but it's also so inspiring. Chanel True is another one.
Absolutely.
I love her music.
Shout
Beautiful
out to her.
vocalist. A lot of the girls. I think I work with a lot of like male artists, which has been great, but I'm always, of course, open to collaborating more with women and supporting even producers.
Okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, I think that would be cool.
Okay. R&B males you want to collab with?
Well, Jay Adair, we've talked about that. His vibe is awesome. Leo West is another one. We've been supposed to get up for a minute.
You gotta put me on.
Yeah, really, it's like he does a lot of similar, like maybe alternative, if you will, like R&B, like that kind of vibe, neo soul vibe. Really, anyone who is leaning into the neo soul vibe, for sure. I want to start experimenting more with that. Yeah.
What song in your catalog so far that you feel like a lot of people sleep on?
Ooh. I love Jill Scott so bad. And I feel like I wasn't hearing the love from her recent project that I would have. Like, people were expecting this to be
I'm talking about
07.
your catalog.
Oh, my catalog? That I feel like people, not from this project.
From all of your music, out of all of your music.
Okay, from the project, I think Let Go.
Okay.
I think people are sleeping on that one a little bit. Like, people are like, oh, it's pretty. And like, yeah, no, it's more than pretty. And I would say I have this song that Nico and I dropped, I want to say 2020, and it's called Anything. And granted, we were both like a little earlier in our like, music careers of finding our sound, but it's so pretty. It's kind of it's a love song about losing someone, whether it's, they're no longer with us or you just don't have access to them anymore. And it's kind of like that, what you would give to see them again.
Okay.
I love that song.
Yeah. Let's see. So how do you stay inspired?
That is such a good question. And I don't know. I think I'm also somebody who I pride myself on having a very full life outside of music. Nico will tell you I am a busybody. But I think I get inspired by seeing other art, like seeing other people pursuing their vision and like trying new shit. I also get inspired by meeting people and talking to people. So, and hearing people's feedback too on my thing. Cause like, I'm also the type of person, once a project is out, I'm like ready to move on and get inspired elsewhere. So I think sometimes like this, like hearing folks' feedback, what their takeaways are from it, help inspire me for the next thing. That's a good question.
Yeah. Let's see. What song would you perform that you have to make somebody stop in the distance? Like, let's say you was a struggling artist with no money, no nothing, nowhere to sleep, and you were trying to get somebody's attention, you had to just like stand on something and get somebody's attention, what song would you say?
Ooh, there's this song called Supernatural by King. It's so beautiful. And my voice is, and this is something I had to grow into confidence-wise, my voice is not super big and churchy. Okay, you are not going to hear a whole lot of vibrato, and that's just not me. I have more of, generally speaking, a softer voice for like a Black woman with range. And I think that song in particular, it allows me to show a soulful side, but it also allows me to like show my range as a vocalist too. And I think it's so pretty. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any more questions for you.
That's okay. These are good. This is cool.
You can do shout outs if you want to do shout outs.
Oh man, shout out Nico just for being an amazing producer, an amazing friend, and just for like going so hard and building up his brand. Like he's one of the hardest working artists and creatives I know. Shout out Trell, of course, for hopping on the project last minute and just doing his thing. Shout out to my friends and family who are always supportive, always sharing and encouraging me as an artist. Yeah, like shout out everybody that's just been so supportive. And then tap in to see what's next.
Yeah, for sure.
And shout out you too. I know you don't want to be on camera, Lord, but
You'll
shout
see
out
me
you.
on camera soon.
Yeah. Shout out Cold Heart X for just the interview and the time.
Absolutely. So I like to end it off with a quote that will be on back of shirts this summer. Well, not this summer. I'm lying about that. Sorry, people. But appreciate your haters because they love you just as much as the people that love you do.
Ooh.
We out.
That was tea. Okay.